Welcome to this video. Alright, so a few months back I created a tool called Chimera that allows you to inject a piece of malicious code into Linux F binaries. Alright, and in that video I showed you an example making use of the ls command, and we injected a non-standard section called Chimera into this ls Linux F binary. Okay, so now I decided to create a tool called Bellephoron that helps system administrators and Linux users to be able to scan their Linux F binaries to check the integrity of their Linux F binaries. Alright, because there will come a time whereby someone might have access to your computer system and tries to carry out malicious activities on your Linux system by injecting something like this, like Chimera. Alright, so I saw a need to create this Bellephoron so that we can be able to scan our Linux F binaries for such malwares or for such Userland Rootkit. Okay, so this tool does not only scan for non-standard sections, it also checks for RELRO, which stands for read-only relocation, and this is checked to ensure the integrity of the relocation section, preventing attackers from modifying the global offset table. Alright, so if you are not much of a binary analyst person, you won't understand this, so I'm not going into much details. Alright, but few days from now or few months from now, I will be working on teaching you how to analyze binaries. So from there you'll be able to understand what we mean by global offset table and this relocation section. It also checks for NX, which stands for no execute bit. Now this is checked to prevent code execution in non-executable memory regions, which stops attackers from executing shell code placed in buffers or stack regions. Alright, so this is the source code of this Bellephoron which I created, and this is almost 465 lines of code. Alright, so I took my time to extract standard Linux section, that is standard sections found in Linux legitimate F binary. So these are all the sections, and please just know that if you make use of this Bellephoron and it gives you something that is like that, you know that it is true, maybe a Linux F binary is legitimate and it is pointing at it that okay, this particular Linux F binary is malicious, please just know that this Bellephoron is still at its building stage. Then you can reach out to me, maybe on via my email address or LinkedIn. Alright, so you can see them displayed on the screen. So what I'm going to do now is to show you how to run or use these Bellephoron. So first of all, we need to compile it. So this is how to compile Bellephoron. Alright, so after compiling, now there are two ways you can make use of this Bellephoron. Number one, if you run Bellephoron like this, it is going to scan for some specific default directories which I have inserted in the source code. Alright, okay, so if I run it now, it is going to scan for all these directories, for the Linux F binaries present in all these directories. Alright, so you can see it scanned for 6,596 F binaries, and the result have been saved to what this Bellephoron scan report.log. So we can check for that. Let me display the content of this. You can see the content. Now you see analyzing user bin vbut key. We have RELRO not enabled, and it creates what a hash of any Linux F binary it scans. Understood? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to show you the second way of making use of this. But first of all, I'm going to remove this log. Now, the second way of making use of Bellephoron is to make sure maybe you have a specific directory containing Linux F binaries you want to scan for, rather than scanning for all the directories present on your Linux system. You can supply a file. I have one here called directory.txt. Alright, so this contains only one content here. Alright, so let me use Nano to display that. Okay, now you can supply any amount of directory you want, maybe let's say etc to scan for the F binaries present in etc, or to scan for the one present in maybe the bin directory. Alright, so for brevity we are going to make use of a single directory here. Alright, so remember, in this directory I have here is this directory containing the malicious ls Linux F binary, which we injected the Chimera section back when I was showing you how to work with the Chimera program. Okay, so right now I'm going to show you how to make use of that. So you just have to run Bellephoron, then supply dir.test, then you click on your enter key. Now you see we scan for what 4 binaries. If you check here, we have 4 binaries here. We have bh.o, we have date, we have lx, and then we have what Bellephoron. Okay, so I'm going to display the content of that scan report. Now you can see we have here Chimera, hidden section detected, possible rootkit Chimera coming from which program? This ls program here. All right, so you see that Bellephoron successfully detected this Userland Rootkit section injected into this legitimate ls Linux F binary. All right, okay, so thank you for watching. I just wanted to make you to show you how this Bellephoron works. So if you want to get a feel or make use of this Bellephoron, I have the executable on my GitHub repository. Check my screen or check the description for the link to my GitHub repository so that you can clone this Bellephoron. All right, okay, thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Keep hacking ethically and stay safe. Bye.